Hello everyone, welcome to lecture 2. And as we are doing as per the syllabus, the topic for today is natural resources, their sustainable management and conservation. This is the second topic of our syllabus, and some questions has been asked in this topic in previous years. We will discuss it now. So first of all, what is natural resources? You all know what are natural resources. Land, air, soil, water, all are natural resources. But from the point of view of agriculture, from agricultural point of view, we need to focus on two natural resources, that is water and soil. And these two are the most important natural resources as per point of view of agriculture. अगर आप एग्रीकल्चर की बात करें तो वाटर और सॉइल जो है तो मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट नेचुरल रिसोर्सेस हैं, तो इनके बिना हम खेती नहीं कर सकते. सो वी नीड टू फोकस ऑन दीज टू. ओके, सो व्हेन इट कम्स टू वाटर, वी नो दैट around 70% of world's fresh water withdrawal globally in agriculture sector. In agriculture, we withdraw 70% of world's fresh water. So we need to remember these facts, very important. You can use these facts in the introduction. And by 2050 it is going to increase by 20%. So by 2050 we can say that 90% of fresh water of the world is going to be used in agricultural sector. So we can see how much fresh water agriculture sector uses. You need to remember this data, very important. And when it comes to soil, we should know that 1/3 of our planet soil is severely degraded. 1/3 is around 33% of world soil is severely degraded. 33% जो दुनिया की सॉइल है वो डिग्रेड हो चुकी है. And another fact we should remember is that we lose 24 billion tons of soil in a year. हम लोग 24 बिलियन टन सॉइल एक साल में खो देते हैं, यानी डिग्रेड हो जाती है 24 मिलियन टन सॉइल. एंड हाउ डज दिस अमाउंट ऑफ सॉइल इज डिग्रेडेड? बाय फॉल्टी एग्रीकल्चर प्रैक्टिसेस. वाटर फॉल्टी एग्रीकल्चर प्रैक्टिसेस, ओवर इरिगेशन, एक्सेसिव टिलेज, overuse of fertilizers. So these are the faulty agriculture practices through which we lose around 24 billion ton of soil a year, and 33% are severely degraded. So you need to remember these facts, very important facts. Hope you understand these things. When you move on, we should know approaches approaches to sustainable development. How will you approach sustainable development? First of all, you need to encourage protection and restoration of water. And promote water use optimization and promote efficient water use. This is very important. We need to protect our water resources, restore our water resources, and promote efficient use. Must remember these things. And we need to do wastewater treatment. This can become in restoration. We need to do wastewater treatment and increase the practice to reuse the water. Suppose water is used in one stream, then left out water or the water left of domestic use can be used in agriculture irrigation. So we need to make certain channels like this. Do make notes of everything. नोट्स आप बनाएंगे आपके लिए काफ़ी हेल्पफुल होगा, क्योंकि मैंने शुरू से ही कहा है कि जैसे ये कोर्स ख़त्म होगी तो लास्ट में जो आपके पास नोट्स रहेंगे ना, दैट विल बी द की टू योर सक्सेस. वो आप नोट्स को रिवाइज करने में आपके काम आएंगे और एक भी क्वेश्चन बाहर से नहीं आएगा आपके नोट्स से, आई गारंटी दैट. सो होप यू अंडरस्टैंड दीज टू पॉइंट्स. And then for water you can use these two. For soil you can soil conservation. We need to conserve our soil, improve carbon stocks, we need to promote waste reduction, and recycle those wastes. These two you can use for very easy concepts. These two you can use for soil. You have to conserve our soil. We need to improve our carbon stocks, promote water reduction. We need to reuse our wastes, reuse our water too. So this is how we approach to sustainable development. These are common points. You can add many as you like. There is no limit to these things. I am just giving a brief outlook to how to write those answers, how to approach the sustainable development. Now we will move into management of natural resources. How will we manage our natural resources? So we need to create a healthy equilibrium. A healthy equilibrium needs to be created. एक ऐसा मतलब समानता फैलाना है सबको मिलजुल के, सबको पार्टिसिपेट करके, सबको एक इक्विलिब्रियम हमें क्रिएट करना है, so that we can manage our natural resources. So how will we create this healthy equilibrium? First we will take into account social factors. What will come in social factors? People, communities, etc. Then take into account economic factors. That is employment, jobs. Of course, economic factor, you can add money. And then most important, environmental factors. that is animals, flora or fauna, whatever you want to say, flora, fauna, animals and plants, biodiversity, etc. If these three factors maintain a healthy equilibrium, that is how we will manage our natural resources. How can we create healthy equilibrium? People, communities do such type of employment that doesn't harm animal, our flora, fauna, doesn't harm biodiversity. So like this we need to create a healthy equilibrium. Hope you understand this. This is an easy concept. So why I have been writing answers like this: social factors, economic factors, environmental factors. If you will write answer like this, like management of natural resources, you can simply write 5, 4, 5, 6 points. It's a very easy concept. But if you structure your answer like this, I hope you will get a very good marks. So that's how you need to write, and that's what this course will teach you, how to structure your answers. Hope you get that. Moving next, keep making notes. This is very helpful. This will be helpful. Suppose I am how to make notes, I need to tell you. Suppose I am telling management of natural resources, I have written here, I have taught here. You need to take a A4 sheet, management of natural resources, these factors, and then by your own you can elaborate it. You can use books, you can use Google, anything you can take is elaboration. I am just giving a brief outlook, how to read, how to understand. That is what this course will teach you, and that is enough for you for agriculture optional. Now we need to look at conservation. How will we conserve our natural resources? Hope it's visible. Yes, it is visible. Conservation of natural resources. So very simple. First of all, we all know what 4 R's. What these 4 R's are? Yes, say with me: refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle. First of all, refuse to use those things that degrade our environment. Reduce the use of those things that degrade our environment. Reuse those things, example plastic, and recycle them. So this is the very much important point. You can use it anywhere. You can use it in introduction, in many answers, in environment, in GS3 it will also help you. So what needs to be done? I am giving you certain points. Treatment of domestic and industrial waste. Domestic and industrial waste should be treated. Example, industrial effluents which are discharged into water bodies that could harm our environment, that could harm our biodiversity. So first of all, we need to treat that. Then you can avoid careless dumping of wastes. I used to write like that, like avoid for A, but you could listen me and write as per you. You don't use it. You write it completely. Avoid careless dumping of wastes. Example, plastic, glassware, etc., which has a harmful effect to our environment. Instead, recycle it. As I explained you earlier. Then what can you do more? Very important point. Implementation of government laws and policies. Government has many laws and policies regarding to waste disposal, regarding to use of plastic, etc., etc., but we need to implement them on ground. Okay, so when the implementation will come, the harmful effects of waste will slightly and significantly it will reduce. That will be for our favor. And again, sustainable soil management practices to reduce soil degradation or erosion. So name some practices like zero tillage, mulching, covering the soil by straw, plastic cover, anything. I will teach all these in detail, just right here now. Proper irrigation, etc., whatever you want to do. So these are the soil management practices which you need to follow. So I think these points are enough. You can, if you want, you can elaborate it as per you. But I think you need to also keep in account the word limits. As we know, we all have to write the answers in around 150 to 200 words. For 10 marker we need to write in 150. For if it is in 20 marker, you can use 250, around 250 words, 250 300 words, but keep it concise. Be as and you can elaborate it as per you. I'm just giving a brief outlook what to write, how to, is the topic is how to conserve our natural resources. I hope it is clear till now. आप सबको समझ में आ रही है? Now moving to next topic, and that is a very important topic asked several times in previous year. That is sustainable agriculture. What is sustainable agriculture? What? Just make. What is sustainable agriculture? The agriculture which is environmental friendly, socially acceptable by the citizens, and economically viable. This is what sustainable agriculture is, nothing else. An agriculture which is environmental friendly, doesn't degrades our environment, socially acceptable, accepted by farmers, people, and economically viable, means that is in our economic limits and giving us enough profit and enough returns. So that is what sustainable agriculture. So if you want to define, you can define that sustainable agriculture is successful management of resources to satisfy changing human needs while maintaining and enhancing quality of environment and conserving our natural resources. So that is how you can define sustainable agriculture. Very important, you should just know this diagram. If there is question on sustainable agriculture and you draw this kind of diagram, you are 100% going to fetch good marks. That is environmental friendly, socially acceptable, and economically viable. And there the same thing is written in just a sentence: satisfy changing human needs while maintaining and enhancing quality of environment and conserving natural resources. That is what sustainable agriculture is. So how can we achieve sustainable agriculture? How can we? That I am going to teach now. Criteria for achieving agriculture sustainability. Hope this is visible. How criteria for achieving agriculture sustainability. How will we achieve agriculture sustainability? So there are many criteria. Some I am going to point out some so that you can get an insight of it. First is strengthening immune system of agriculture. Immune system of agriculture operations. stabilizing pests, and nurturing natural pest control. What is natural pest control? As you have seen, use of dragonfly, it's many of our pests. So you can give an example out here. So that is point number 1. Point number 2, you can write decreasing toxicity in agricultural system and environment, in agricultural system and environment, by using less chemical fertilizers. Or reducing the use of chemical fertilizers. Hope you got these 2 points. First is strengthening immune of system of agriculture operations, stabilizing pest and nurturing natural pest control. You can give example of dragonfly. And then for decreasing toxicity in agriculture system environment by using less chemical fertilizers and reducing the use of chemical fertilizers. So these are easy concepts. I hope you get these 2 points. Coming to next point. We can write enhancing nutrient cycling. By recycling of organic matters, so this is very important. And next you can write that balancing our systems, water balance, energy flow, population regulation. So these are very important for achieving sustainability. Next point you can write enhancing conservation and regeneration of soil, water resources, biodiversity. We have talked it as earlier. We have earlier understood these things. Same you need to just write in points. And next you can write sustaining long-term productivity. We have to sustain long-term productivity so that our future generations have enough resources to find themselves a better place. So these are common points. I hope you understand these things. Nothing so much conceptual or so much dramatics that you will not understand. And now very important thing, approaches to sustainability. Keep making notes. How will we approach sustainable agriculture? How will we approach sustainability? First of all, we will assess the environment. Assessment of environment, very important. Then we will estimate environmental impact. That you all know, environmental impact assessment, that is called. We need to estimate the environmental impact, that the things you're using, the chemicals, the other things you're using in agriculture, how are they impacting our environment, that we need to estimate. And then there is natural resources accounting, how much natural resources we have, how to use that, and then government policies and economic outlook. Are government policies supporting them? Is it economically viable for us? So these are 4 points to approach to sustainability. First you will assess the environment. You can write something about it as per your own words on this. Then you will estimate the environmental impact. Then you will do natural resources accounting. How much natural resources we have? How will we use that? And then government policies and economic outlook. Is this economically viable or not? If government policies are supporting that or not? So that is enough. So this is all for sustainable agriculture. You understood about what is sustainable agriculture, that is environmental friendly, economically viable, socially acceptable. So these are the things. Hope you are making deep notes, and that will help. And one more question that has been asked several times, that is modern agriculture versus sustainable agriculture. So these are common. I think you will need that. In modern agriculture, we use chemical fertilizers, and in sustainable agriculture, you use farmyard manure, green manure, biofertilizers. You learn about Sphaerlum, that is a biofertilizer. Crop rotation, etc. are used to recycle nutrients. But in modern agriculture or intensive farming, as you want to say, it's just dependent. You are highly dependent on chemical fertilizers. For pest control, here we use toxic chemicals or pesticides. But in sustainable agriculture, use natural and biological methods. As I have taught about dragonfly, that eat up the pests of the farm, and you can see there in modern agriculture the productivity is high, but diversity is very low. We grow one type of crops, we do intensive farming, there is no mixture of crops, there is no crop rotation. So however we get high production by use of chemicals, but the diversity, the modern agriculture is very low. And here we see high diversity, as we use techniques like mixed farming, crop rotations. These bring a huge amount of diversity to agriculture. Here, the rate of extraction, very important point, exceeds regeneration. We are extracting from the natural resources, but the regeneration speed is not the same. But here it is not the same case. Here rate of extraction doesn't exceed rate of regeneration. The amount we are extracting and the same time those amount is been regenerating, which creates sustainability, hence the name sustainable agriculture. Hope you understand these topics, these points. And these are enough. I think 5-6 points, if you briefly elaborate it, this is enough for the difference. I hope you get this. Keep making notes. Moving on to the next topic. How will we manage our resource for sustainable agriculture? Resource management for sustainable agriculture. How will you manage? First of all, enhance our water use efficiency. How can we enhance our water use efficiency? Integrated management of rainwater, surface water, groundwater. If we manage this properly, we can enhance our water use efficiency. And we can also write here, we can strengthen local institutions, local people in managing water. Example, you can write watershed management, rainwater harvesting. Hope you get that. This is the first point, water use efficiency. Moving on to the next point, that is pest management. How will you manage your pest? Use of environmental friendly methods. Several times I have told one example, that is dragonfly. You can use dragonfly, which will eat the pest of your field. And then we have improved agronomic practices. How can we improve our agronomic practices? Soil conservation, crop rotation, reduce farm wastes or farm losses. Then we need to manage our nutrient, that is nutrient management. We can promote biofertilizers, use of manures, compost, etc. So these are been, I hope you made notes of it. Very important. And this is an easy concept. It is very easy understandable to all of us. And then we can use next point, that is fifth, livelihood diversification. How will we diversify our livelihood? That is mitigating risk by supplementing income. We need not to depend on just one crop or one thing for our income. We need to supplement our income from other things. We need to alternate income methods. We need to do crop diversification, depend on many crops instead of one. We need to use crop rotation, etc, etc, etc. Use farming systems. How can you get alternative income? Farming systems. Use crop, livestock, fishery, forestry, etc. farming system. That is agri, silvi, horti farming systems, etc. Many examples. Here, what happens in farming system, how this is sustainably viable, that waste of one is a resource of another. As cow dung, cow urine can be used as compost and fertilizers in our crop production. Hope you understand that. And silviculture, how can you use that? By planting trees around our fields can reduce soil erosion, help conserve soil moisture. These are the things which you can write here, and I hope you understand these things. Very important topic. So that is the end of sustainable agriculture. And next we move to conservation agriculture. Hope it is visible. Conservation agriculture. So what is conservation agriculture? Here we use soils, as you know, for production of crops, but Our aim here is, or you can write like this, with aim of reducing excessive mixing of soils and maintaining crop residues on soil surface in order to minimize damage to environment. So this is how we can define conservation agriculture. Reducing excessive mixing of soil. We need to do zero tillage, reduce enough plowing, extra plowing, and maintain crop residues. As you know, crop residues which are generated during agriculture practices need to maintain on soil surface in order to minimize damage to environment, in order to conserve soil, in order to stop soil degradation. So this is how you can define conservation agriculture. So according to FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, conservation agriculture follows three principles. Minimizing tillage and soil disturbance. As we have talked earlier, less mixing of soil, no mixing of soil, that is minimum tillage and no soil disturbance. Permanent soil cover. With crop residues and mulching. As we have talked, not to remove crop residues, keep the crop residues on a farm so that it acts as soil cover. So it is cover. Mulching, as I have told you, covering the field with straw, paper, plastic, anything to preserve soil conservation, reduce soil erosion, and preserve soil moisture. That is the use of mulching. And the third principle is crop rotation and intercropping. We need to rotate our crops, we need to intercrop. So these are the main principles of conservation agriculture. And if you want to elaborate that, we can elaborate like here. If conservation agriculture, what you need to do: minimum tillage for soil protection, cost saving, as no tillage will preserve our money, improve soil moisture, mulching, we talked about mulching, improve organic matter content, and this will lead to increase in yield. So these are what you need to do for soil. For permanent soil cover, as why permanent soil cover? This is the thing of minimum tillage. It will protect the soil, it will save our cost, it will improve soil moisture. So this is the importance of minimum tillage. And why permanent soil cover? It will protect against soil protection, protect soil. It will suppress weed germination. As the residues will be in the field, there will be no space for weeds to grow. It will improve, I am writing here, improve recycling of nutrients, as those leftover or wastes will decompose and turn into nutrients, and it will improve organic matter. So this is what permanent soil cover will help. Now how crop rotation and intercropping will help? It will improve water use, It will reduce pest and diseases, and it will improve productivity and fertilizer and manure use efficiency. Hope you get that. So this is the use of crop rotation and intercropping. So this is what a system, if you make a systematic tabulation of these things, I guarantee you will get very good marks. So this is how conservation agriculture helps us. Moving to next, the status of conservation agriculture in India. In India, conservation agriculture is still in initial phases, not so much high, just initial phases. In over past few years, if you see the trend, we are adopting zero tillage, and even conservation agriculture has expanded. Around 1.5 million hectares of our land or agricultural land is under practice of conservation agriculture. You can remember this data, very important. And the major things of conservation agriculture that is been developed in India is in Indo-Gangetic region, the region of Gangas, where farmers adopt zero tillage, especially zero till wheat and rice. Wheat and rice can be seen easily. So these are the facts you need to remember. This is how conservation agriculture is in India. You need to remember it is still initial phases, but it is expanding. Government is giving enough focus on it to expand it. You need to remember that it is been developing in Indo-Gangetic regions in minimum till rice and wheat systems. And what are the prospects of conservation agriculture in India? How can conservation agriculture help India? What is prospect in India? It will reduce cost of production. How? As we will do zero till, no tractor will require, it will save diesel or fuel, whatever you can say. It will save fuel, labor, etc. Reduction in incidence of weeds. Especially it is seen in Gangetic region that conservation agriculture of wheat has reduced fallows manner. A weed of wheat has been reduced. It will save water and nutrient. Around 20 to 30% of water will be saved. Very important fact, you need to remember this. It will increase yields, of course. Conservation agriculture, if done properly, increase huge amount of yields. I am writing more points. It will be environmentally beneficial. Example, it will eliminate burning of crop residues seen in the Delhi NCR region. Huge pollution is done by burning of crop residues. In conservation agriculture, we don't take off crop residues. We use crop residues as soil cover. So it will help there. It will help in diversification of crops through intercropping, crop rotation, main principles of conservation agriculture. It will help resource improvement. Keep making notes. I know that my handwriting is not good and I am using these things, but you should listen to me and write in the notes, as I am using this board to teach you. So it is quite difficult. So I am doing this. How resources, what kind of resources will improve? Soil will be improved, water will be improved, HP will increase water use efficiency. So these are the prospects of conservation agriculture in India. Hope you have made notes. And one more last topic in this lecture, that is protection agriculture. What is protection agriculture? Growing crops in protected closed area. If we grow crops in closed area, then it is protection agriculture. From which things are a protection? We are protecting it from external factors like direct sunlight, wind, rainfall, pest, disease, etc. We are protecting this from these things. So, how can we do it? We use technology. Immediate technology is used to create macroclimate. You use technology to create macroclimate that harness light, air, water, nutrients, and we use that optimally as per required, so that increases efficiency. And what kind of protected text we use? Let me rub this. Hope you have made notes of it. And if you think I am slow, you can increase the playback speed to 1.25, 1.5 as you like. And if you think I am fast, you can reduce it to. It's as per your benefit. So what kind of protected or what kind of technology you are using? Name some examples: soil solarization, plastic mulching, growing media, polyhouse, etc. Insect nest house, and like that. We are using this type of protection technology: soil solarization, growing media, etc., etc. You can see this. This is plastic mulchage. And what you do by this text, by this technology, we create a favorable microclimate or microenvironment for plant growth. And it's what it does, it protects plant from harsh weather, wind, animals, pest, disease, etc. This protects plant from harsh weather, wind, animal, pest, disease, etc. And here we can do off-season cultivation. As we are using technology, off-season cultivation can be easily done. Hence here we give the plant optimum conditions. So what those optimum conditions will do? The optimum conditions will increase the yield. Even we can do soil-less cultivation, aeroponics, hydroponics, etc. So these are enough for protected cultivation or protected agriculture. If you use these points, you can get good marks. And I hope you understand these things. These are very easy concepts. So we have completed our second topic now, that is natural resources, sustainable management and their conservation. So thanks for watching. I hope you understand every concept. For any doubts or any confusion, you can directly comment it. I will try to cover your doubts as soon as possible. And if you like it, please press the like button and subscribe it for future updates. And we will do topic wise, we will cover every topic as we are now in topic 2, we will go to topic 3, and like this we will cover the whole syllabus of agriculture for paper 1 and paper 2. And at the end of this syllabus you will be thankful for the notes you made, and that will fetch you enough marks, and no questions will be asked from outside. Everything will be covered in this. Thank you. Have a nice day.